Hey BBs, it's Plastic. It's back to the front of the video. Today we're back and we have the Bride of Frankenstein. This is the 2-pack from Mattel Creations. This is one of the more expensive sets that they do, the Skullector line. This drop sold out in 2 hours, which is the longest, a Skullector doll has ever taken to sell out. So I'm really excited though about them because I ordered them the 14th. That's when their drop was. And I got them in time for Halloween. I got them on the 20th. So really nice that they kind of improved their shipping times. But let's take a look at this box because the box is so cool. It is a heavier box as it is a 2-pack, which is really interesting. And I brought Frankie over because, again, they are their parents. So the box is really cool. It is the, kind of standard Skullector box where it has, like, the panel things. To be honest with y'all, I don't like the Skullector boxes. I feel like they're a little bit annoying how you can't really just display them. They're just kind of like a shoebox kind of thing. But they are cool. On the front, it has the Bride of Frankenstein, has some electric, or some lightning on the top. And then we have the Bride and then Frankenstein. The art is really gorgeous. We also have the makers of Monster High Skullector. On the side, we have the Bride of Frankenstein logo. And on the back, we have Bride of Frankenstein, the doll. I'll let y'all read this, I guess, if you want to pause to read. They have a little insert, I guess, of what's happening. And then on the other side, we have the kind of pictures. We have Frankenstein and the Bride, which is kind of classic. But opening up, I'm super excited. Yep. We have the ghouls. This is so cool. So the scene that they're in is like this little lab, I guess, where Frankenstein was probably created. Really cool. A little bit underwhelming, to be honest with y'all. Like, I just showed my mom this, and she's like, it's a little bit underwhelming. I'm like, yeah, it was. But, it's cool. I think this, box is probably one of the best ones. Sorry, the ring light's so freaking annoying. I'm trying to show y'all without that, but it's really cool. I'm going to take them out of this little protective layer, though, because I am going to unbox them, because I want to know every detail about these dolls. So taking off that plastic layer, we kind of get a different kind of look at the dolls. We get to see better the kind of lab aspect that they're going into. I think it's really fun. Also, I guess while I'm here, I can show you guys the back of the box, where the stands and the card comes in, just in case anyone's wondering. We are all electrified out of the box. These are only things the dolls come with, is just them and their stands. But we also do get a card of authenticity by Mattel Creations. I don't think we got a card with Dracula. At least that I don't remember. I feel like in my review I said we didn't get one, or maybe that was like a manufacturing error. But it's nice that this was brought back if it was kind of left out. It's nice. It feels really nice. It's a cardstock. And it's really pretty. I love how, like, holographic that is. Both dolls do also come with the classic Monster High stand. Frankenstein uses the wider waist clip, while the Bride uses the smaller waist clip. So that was really cool. But that's what we get. Let's go into the dolls, I guess, to start off with. I think Frankenstein is honestly my favorite from this pack. Opening them and unboxing them and looking at them. A little bit washed out on camera, but he is so green in real life. Like, I was not expecting it. He is so cool. So first off, we get this entirely new molded head. This is, new. It's 2021 Mattel. It's very interesting. I love this. I kind of wish he had hair. But now that I have him, like, after, like, buying him, I don't care that much. I think he's fine as, plastic hair. For a Skullector doll, it's pushing it. But whatever, it's Mattel, I guess. That's my only thing I can say. It is really nice. It is kind of sculpted nicely. It has a couple, like, bolts in the front of his head. It's cool. Again, the head is really big. It looks like Frankenstein. He has a little scar kind of on the left side of his face. And then he has stitches on the right. Really fierce. And then his face is so, like, cutesy and innocent, in my opinion. Like, he has this, like, kind of, it's not like, I don't know, is it supposed to be eyeshadow? It's this green, I'm gonna say it's eyeshadow, around his eyes. And then he has these cute little, like, droopy little brown eyes. Like, he just looks so sweet. He has really thin lips, though, which kind of, I don't like how thin they are. But I guess, I never really watched Frankenstein, so maybe it's, like, whatever. But the lips are so cute and thin. And he looks like he's, like, smirking. He's just the cutest. He has these cute little ears as well. Like, I am obsessed. Like, look at how sweet this face is. And, like, the nose. Boop. I am obsessed. Oh, my God. But he also does have a new body mold, I'm assuming, with these little Frankenbolts on his neck. Really, really cool. I love, love, love that. What I don't love, love, love is this outfit, Ma. It's just a very boring, kind of plain outfit. I'll take it off the stand so we can kind of take a better look at it. There's just not much going on. I feel like if they wanted to elevate the style, like, they did, like, a honkatork type of where they kind of, like, yassified it, that would have been cool, but all he did was get this, like, little tux. It has some, like, lightning bolts on it, but it has, like, shoulder pads, which are cool. But there's like, not even lined. It's, like, it feels very hard. It feels like, kind of hear that. Like, I feel like when I hear material like this, it doesn't feel the best. But it is just a shirt, and under it, we get a tank top. So that is nice that they are separate pieces. We can take a better look at the inside of the jacket now as it is off of him. Look at the way that they made this, and tell me that it is collector quality. Tell me this set was worth $90. You can't. Whatever. There is a tag, though, for the Skullector. You know, it's kind of noting that, I guess. Just very whatever. We get this black tank top, though, under it. This is, like, a more, not, like, binary kind of, shirt, which I really like about Frankenstein. I feel like the whole kind of series is, definitely ahead of its time, if we want to think about that like that. But, you can also see his little stitches, which, to be honest, these stitches look a little bit sadder in terms of quality compared to Generation 1 Frankie. I know it's a different look, but come on, like, be fucking, but, like, would it really been that hard to put some, like, metallic paint in it? Like, I don't know. But it is cool. Again, the pants are the same kind of material and, pattern that the, shirt or the jacket uses. The pants are really nice, actually. I love these pants, but the biggest thing about this doll that I love are these gigantic platforms. I need these in my size. I think these are so cool. I love it. They have a stitching kind of on the, like, kind of, part where you put your foot in. I don't really know what that's called, to be honest. And then this, like, the actual sole and platform is, like, this gigantic thing. They're held together by these, like, gorgeous little stitches. Like, the little, like, stitching designs are so fierce, along with, like, this sole is even cool. Like, look at how tiny it is. And, like, I just, like, love how big they are. Like, these are so Frankenstein to me. We can also kind of take a little peek at his little stitching. I'll take these clothes off to see if there's any more stitching on him, but the only, like, details of, like, stitching on his body are the little ankle ones, and he has some on his wrist, or his, like, forearm, I guess. There's nothing crazy happening. This is just a After High boy body that has been modified, but it's kind of funny. You can see, like, the little, like, if you can see it really nicely, you can see, like, the kind of dust, I guess, from his jacket and shirt. So that's a little bit weird, but moving on to the Bride of Frankenstein. Really interesting doll. First off, this hair. Let's give it a little clap. It's really interesting. I can't tell what fiber it is just because it's, like, in a bun, but it doesn't feel like poly or anything. It's just very interesting. So again, it's just like Bride of Frankenstein, duh, like, that's the doll, but it's like this, like, really curly kind of hair type, and it goes into this, like, big, like, poof. It's actually done up with, like, a rubber band at the top. So I thought that was really interesting. I might try to hairspray this because it's, like, low-key, like, kind of, like, doing that. But it's, like, a black and white mixture. There is black on the sides. At first, I thought this was, like, a misprint, like a misrouting. But I went back to, like, look at the pictures, and, like, this is intentional. I thought they were supposed to line up, though, but I guess it's weird. But mine does still seem to have, like, a routing issue where the white is kind of in front of the black, which is really annoying, again, for how much this doll costed. But, yeah, I also thought, when I first saw the pictures of this doll, the hairline is just very, like, there. Like, there's no, like, fading into it. I guess, like, I kind of wish there was, like, a little contour on her face or something, just so it doesn't go from white to black. It just kind of, like, is a little bit weird to me. And I know that's, like, how dolls usually are, but I don't know. I feel like there's just something off about it, if you get my vibe. But the doll has this, like, little stitching behind her ear where there's, like, 2 little stitches. I thought that was really cool. I think it's the same on the other side. Really fierce. And then this is a new head sculpt, 2020. It's stamped as 2021 Mattel. So everyone thought it was, like, Rebecca, and it might be a modified Rebecca's I guess fate mold, because Rebecca used to have the little, like, dots on her head. I can go grab her in a minute if you want to compare it, but I'm not sure. This mold does feel very familiar, especially with the eye placement. So I have no idea, but her makeup is really cool. So we have these really gorgeous, like, little eyebrows. They, like, look like they're, like, drawn on. The edges look really rigid, which is really fierce, and they are kind of straight. They go a little bit past her actual eyeball, and they're really long. There's no arch to them or anything, which I think is really fun, again, as she was created in the lab. I think she was created in the lab, right? I don't remember. She also has this cute little gray eyeshadow along with a pink kind of crease. She has dark brown eyes. There's a little, like, electrical in the pupil, kind of, and then, again, the gray goes on the lower lash. And I like her eyelashes are so pretty. Like, these eyelashes are just gorgeous. I love how, like, wispy and long they are. They're just really pretty. We also have a really dark red lipstick. It reminds you of Frankie's OG Wave 1 Generation 1 doll. That's a lot to say. I'm just gonna say Wave 1, but Really, really fierce. And again, there's like pasty kind of whitish like complexion. And you can't see it on camera very well because I didn't notice it after I watched like someone's review. But she has like a little bit of pearlescent, like a little bit of shimmer to her. Maybe I'm crazy, but it reminds me of someone in specific. I don't know which Monster High doll it is, but it's like very slight and subtle. Moving into this outfit though, we have this like completely white kind of gown. It's really interesting. I don't even know how to describe it, but there is a little like part on like the back of it where it's like this like kind of like cape moment. I'm trying to zoom out of it, but it reminds me a lot of like Hattie Noir's like 13 Wishes dress. I guess that's like her signature look. It's really interesting. There is like a little like collar at it, where it kind of can poof up if you like want it to, or you can kind of lean it down if you don't want it to. It's very interesting, and it's kind of an off-white material. It's very meshy, but I noticed that you could take it off and it could be a separate piece because it's just kind of an elastic like done. So you can totally use this as like a train or like a, I don't even know what you could use this for, but it is really nice that it is separate. I think that's really cool. Then we also get this simple kind of wedding dress, I'm assuming. Again, I have not watched the Bride of Frankenstein movie, so I don't fully know if this is like a reference. Probably is. I just thought the doll was cool and I wanted her. I'm like totally a poser, but that's okay. But this dress is so cool. Like, actually, I like the top part of it. I'll say that. Like, these sleeves are really puffy. They're white. They kind of look like a little bit of wraps. They're kind of pleated a little bit. And there's like a turtleneck. It is just white. Also uses this kind of belt. This is very Frankie inspired, and I really want to see this on a Frankie doll, to be honest, if ever. Or like a Generation 3 kind of like, you know, inspiration for it. I think that would be really cool. But I like the belt. It has like a little bit of kind of metallic paint on it, and it is like a black kind of base. Then we go down to the dress, and it's literally giving tissue. Like, when I tell you, I used to make these tissue dresses when I was younger, and this is exactly what it's giving. Like, I'm trying to zoom out a little bit more. Like, are you serious? Like, I feel like, I don't know what, like, maybe I was expecting a little bit more, like, ruffling, or, like, a little bit something more, but it just kind of, like, doesn't give. But it is cool, I will say. There are 2 layers of the dress. The bottom layer is this kind of, you know, I don't even know, what do you even like call this? It's just kind of like a pencil skirt a little bit, but like flares out a bit at the bottom. There's a little slice in both of the ends, but it is that kind of same material that the sleeves use, which is cool. And then the top layer, which is really cool, it kind of looks like a ghostly kind of, I don't even know what this is, like a mesh kind of moment. It's gorgeous, and it kind of does trail at the end. So there's a little bit of a train to it, which is really nice. These shoes are like the best part about the doll, to be honest. Like, we have, like, these, like, cute, like, little, like, they look like wraps, to be honest. I'm not sure if that's the inspiration, but it's really cool. And then the, like, heel. Like, do you see that little ballerina? And, like, I guess it's a jar. Like, that is so freaking cool. The sole is really nice as well. Like, I just think this shoe, like, this little, like, ballerina. And, like, they're in both shoes, too. So, I think that's, like, really nice that they kind of added that detail. Like, it's so subtle, but it's so cool. I think the shoes in this pack were definitely eating a bunch. Also, wait, let me show you her nails. So she has this, like, Claudine hand mold, which is really interesting. I just wanted to point that out. And she does, again, have that kind of greenish white, kind of complexion. Not green, like, Frankie, but not, like, white, like, Spectra. It's kind of like a mix. It's not, like, fully, like, Generation 3 Ghoulia. It's, like, a little bit toned down, but that's the closest thing that I can compare it to. While we still have, Miss Bride over, I brought my Rebecca. Her curls are falling out. Oh my god. But I wanted to try to see if this was like a close comparison to a face mold. Can you get yourself together, Rebecca? I don't think it is, to be honest, because like the lips just look very different. Yeah, this is nothing, like not even close. Like the nose is completely different. But I just saw people, oh my god, the hair is already falling apart. But I just noticed a lot of people were comparing it to Rebecca, so I thought I'd give it a try. But the eyes kind of look similar a little bit, like the molding, not really. I don't know. I don't know if this is like a base or if this is a completely new sculpt, but regardless, it's really cool. But like the main reason I bought this pack wasn't really for the dolls, it was mainly for Frankie, so like they could have their family together, because like, isn't this like the cutest little like site ever? Like, it's just like a family little photo. Like, I've been wanting like stuff like this from the Monster High BBs for like ever, so it's really cool to kind of get like something like this, even if it is a little bit more expensive and lesser quality. I'm still happy to have the Bride of Frankenstein set, and I love their characters, even though I want to watch the movie, I promise y'all. I'm gonna watch the movie for, like, Halloween or something so soon. I'm just, like, I don't know, maybe I'm, like, I need to get into my horror era. I just think the dolls are really cute. Like, even though they do have lots of flaws with, like, the, you know, quality, and I don't think they are fully worth that $90 that I paid for them, and I definitely don't think they are worth any sort of scalper price. Like, do not spend $200 on these dolls because you get what you look at. Like, I guess these are the more cheaper Skullector dolls, as they retailed for like $45 each, you know, because they are a 2-pack. But I don't know if that's justified, because we've seen so many other dolls that have been cheaper. This is just a doll that's on my desk. Rainbow High Ruby Winter Break doll. Like, look at this quality. And that's my thing. I know they're different brands. I know they're, like, different, like, you know, materials. I know there's differences between limited edition dolls and mass-produced retail dolls, but I still don't think that's an excuse to give us tissue dress, weird fabric outfit. And there's no, like, shade to the designers, because when I say that I don't like the quality, I'm talking about the CEOs and, you know, whoever does, like, the textiles and stuff. I do wish that the bride had a little bit more happening. Same with, the Frankenstein himself. But I do love his shoes. But, I don't know. I think they're just a little bit plain for how much I paid for them. And while the Beetlejuice set was, like, the only other... No, there's also the twins. I just think these dolls are a little bit plain for how much they are, you know, going for, and especially on the secondhand market, they're so beyond overpriced, but I am happy that I got them, and I know they are limited edition things, so it's like, I'll give it, like, a little bit of pass, but it's still a little unacceptable that we're not getting much with these dolls. I feel like the Skullector line could be so beyond cool if we got more details and more, like, accessories, because I feel like this pack would have even given us, like, a couple accessories to make up for the more simple designs, because I wouldn't mind the simple designs if you did something more with, like, Frankenstein's, like, neck, or, like, something with his shirt, or, like, maybe some, like, extra accessories, like a little table with, like, some sort of, like, bolts and, like, you know, like, little beakers and, like, some sort of, I don't know, like, literally anything, like a rose. Maybe, like, the movie doesn't have that many props or something, but I feel like, again, for that price tag, we could have gotten a little bit more, even, like, a couple, like, reused beakers from that Mad Science, like, lab from Cleo and, like, Ghoulia. I would have been fine with that, but I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point, but let me know what y'all think about these dolls. Do you like them? Did you want them? Did you get them? Let me know all that tea, because I'm dying to know. But with that, I guess thank y'all so much for watching, and I cannot wait to creep y'all in the next one. Love you, bye, mwah.